morning. I'm just filling up the rental car and heading to the airport. No. It's good. Just heading to the airport now. Just paying for gas. Cambio? A meal? Yeah, you know, it was a rain out. Yesterday was a rain out. Didn't do much filming. Yeah, I mean, this wasn't the greatest adventure because it was just raining and crappy. But, you know, once you're in it, you're in it. I wasn't really pleased with the hotel because last night again, last night the hotel, it was full of water. All the water seeped in. It wasn't great. Anyways, I'll talk more. I gotta get to the airport. And talk to you soon. Well, we're back in Mexico City from Puerto Escondido. It's a pretty good flight. And it was good to get out of the rain. The weather there was pretty miserable. Just cloudy and rainy and just gross. Now we're back in Mexico City, just getting to my Airbnb and take it from there. So I'm glad to be back in this beautiful city. Mexico City kind of grows on you, and it's even better when you know somebody here. So Ashley lives here, and I've been fortunate to get to know the city more through her and learn more about it, and just be here almost like not so much as a tourist, but kind of, and not even so much as a traveler, but kind of a little bit of a guest, I guess you could say, and just to explore and feel what it's like to be here for a little while. It gives you a whole different appreciation of the city. There's a lot to this city, and it's not as dangerous as people like to believe. It's actually a pretty safe city compared to other cities. I think there are certain neighborhoods definitely that are more dangerous, but like anywhere else, it's the same. Anyways. I was going to show you my room in Costa Sol, but it was just a disgusting situation where the water from the rain and the wind came in through the doors and the windows. The place had really bad weather sealing, and I didn't know, and I should have moved rooms the first night, but I didn't. But I'd probably never go back there again. I don't recommend that place. Casa Sol is the name of it. I would try to find another place, and I would definitely ask questions about their weather sealing. It was not a very happy situation. But that's the way it is. I don't like leaving bad reviews for hotels personally. If I don't like a place, I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to be the guy who leaves you a bad review unless it's something safety. If it's about safety or something, maybe I'll leave something, but if it's just because of the service or something like this, I probably won't say anything. Just leave it. I don't like to, do that to establishments, but they're offering me a one-night refund as a gesture of good faith, I guess. It's unfortunate that I had to, be that assertive and with them to get what I needed, but that's just how it is. It was weird because usually when you check into a hotel, you pay for it then and there. In this case, they didn't tell me anything, and I'm halfway down the road to the airport, and they tell me that I didn't pay. It's ridiculous. Why did you even let me check out? It didn't make any sense. It just created a huge confusion. And it was just completely unnecessary. Just a few things. Anyways, I'm not going to rant about it. Just going to enjoy the day. And hopefully this Airbnb is going to be really nice.
De tomar que les mando una copa de clericot, tinto de verano.
But I'll try to come up with something. Thanks for your patience. Hey guys. Oh, I noticed there's a mark. Better. Morning. Mexico City again. Roma. Just left my hotel. It's kind of a nice one. Tasman. I think it's called Tasman. And it's a pretty cool little spot. Trying to find this barber shop. Okay, I think I'm going the right way now. Yeah, I'm trying to find this barber shop that is open. I want to get my beard trimmed. It's getting a bit rough, and I didn't bring my manicure set, so I don't have the manicure stuff to do it myself. I usually do it myself, but this time I'm probably gonna, I'm gonna try to find a spot that will do it for me. And have a few little things I want to do today. Haven't figured it out completely, but again, I like taking my time, not being in too much of a hurry here. I like to explore. So let me see if I want to see if these people do it. That's for kids. Seems for kids. No, don't want that one. It's a barber shop, but it's for kids. Also, I don't want to pay too much. You know, I don't want to pay more than $10 or something. It's kind of crazy for a beer trim. You never know. Sometimes they see you, they notice that you're like they notice you're a gringo, and then they just they hit you. They hit you with the prices. Man, that's loud. Well, that's the first siren I've heard here. Don't usually hear sirens. So it's the first one, not bad. Anyways, always learning something here. I like this part of Mexico City, but I think I might like Condesa better. And I might be getting my next place for the next 3 nights there. Going the wrong way. So after I finish here, I might head over to Condesa to see about that place. I think it's a place I stayed at once. I showed it to you. It's a really nice place. Okay, here's the barbershop. Okay, maybe they'll do it. Hola. ¿Tiene barba cortada poco? ¿Cuánto?
200.
Sí, está bien. Okay, 200. All right, we're on. Hey guys, Mexico City. On my way down to Condesa, La Condesa, I should say. I was just at a barbershop getting my beard trim, as you saw. And now that I'm cleaned up, I'm gonna check out this hotel that I was at before, make sure it's okay, it's all good. And I think I'm gonna book a room there for Sunday to Wednesday. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick around Mexico City for these days. Just want to explore more of it, hang out with my girlfriend, Ashley. I have a few other friends I want to meet up with. So I'm just experiencing a kind of a day-to-day existence here without the work part. And yeah, I'm gonna probably be looking at some way to possibly move down here for a month or two, just to be closer and have that experience. I really want to know what it's like. I think you can get really cheap flights out of Mexico. Like you go to the Pacific coast for like $100. It's not expensive. So if you just want to, take a few days and just go to the Pacific, or even like longer, or if you want to go to Cancun, the Caribbean, flights out of Mexico City tend to be pretty cheap. Just like Cancun, there's a lot of cheap flights out of Cancun. You can get flights to Europe for under $500 if you're willing to, be flexible and scour a bit. Get cheap flights out of Cancun. You can't get cheap flights out of Toronto. You get cheap flights out of New York City, not Toronto. It's still, Toronto's one of those cities. It's not a cheap city. So yeah, so stick around. It's raining, which is gross, but it's just this time of year. It's kind of like rainy season here. It's not the best time. If you're going to visit Mexico, I would say September. October might not be the best time. You might want to wait till November. Right after, or a good time to come is actually like Day of the Dead, late October. Yeah, October 29th, 31st, something like that. come here for the Day of the Dead, and then you're gonna have a really good experience. The weather's good. I was here at the Day of the Dead a few years ago, and it was pretty amazing. Just before my separation, actually, 2022, and I was in Playa del Carmen. It was pretty exciting. Pretty exciting there. So, yeah. Well, stick around. And let's see what we get up to. What exciting things will happen. Yeah. Right now it's pretty chill, but I'm sure things will pick up soon. Ciao. So right now I'm in Condesa, and I was just looking at the hotel, but the manager wasn't in, so he couldn't show me the room. I'm going to come back in 30 minutes, but in the meantime I'm going to this place for a little bite. It's called Community Cafe, and Polanco Yoga is also part of it. They're two separate companies, I believe. There's a yoga studio here, but there's also a restaurant called Comunidad Cafe, Coffee House Community. So I'm just gonna grab a bite. The dogs. Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab a bite here. They have some pretty good, healthy food, and I've eaten here before. It's pretty reasonable. So you're gonna get a bite and then find out the next step. So let's see what happens now. See you soon. Well, I just finished having a bite. I got like one of their veggie burgers, and it actually wasn't that great. It was really soggy, so I wouldn't recommend it. I've tried to do veggie burgers in the past, and they never work out. It's very hard to find a good one. Anyways, I wanted to take a moment and actually discuss something that I find interesting, and maybe you guys might find interesting, and that is what it's like to date in Mexico, and especially like what it's like to date in Mexico City, or Cancun, or one of these other places. If you're dating a Mexican, like a Latina, things to know, just important things that will make your experience a lot more enjoyable. And it's not for everybody. If you're traveling alone, I think it's a great idea to have an app like Bumble or something like that. I think Bumble's the most popular app here in Mexico anyway. So if you want to meet Mexicans, I think Bumble's your best bet. So just a few ground rules. Mexican women, Latina women are very much feminine. So they behave in a very feminine way, as opposed to maybe what you're used to. If you're used to dating in North America, like New York City, or Toronto, or one of those cities, very different experience. So be prepared for that. They will act feminine, they do dress feminine, they do hold your hand, they will appreciate if you're kind of physical, just don't overdo it. Be respectful at all times. But they love compliments, so you need to show leadership and forwardness. If you're too shy, or you're expecting her to do the work, forget it. You're gonna have a really shitty time. So be prepared to be like caballero, gentleman. Open the door, tell her compliments, say how much you love her eyes, or whatever. It's gonna go a long way. Once she starts feeling really comfortable with you and knows that you're not a psycho, she's gonna be a lot more receptive and open, and there'll be a lot more kind of like physical hand holding and stuff like that. They are very affectionate. But also just be prepared that, you're going to pay for everything. So don't expect to split the bill. Don't pull that stuff. If you're going to invite her out, you pay the bill. And if you happen to go by a little shop and she wants to buy a little trinket, pay for it. It's just how it is. If you miss that cue, if you on a date and you try to go cheap or Dutch, it's just going to backfire completely. She'll just write you off. Because Latinas, the most important thing they value in a relationship is they want to feel protected. Bottom line. They want to feel that when they're with you, they don't have to worry about anything. And in exchange, they're not going to look at other guys. They'll completely ignore other guys. They will not check out other guys. They'll, that's a very important aspect about that dynamic. So you could feel good that you're the guy. Now later on, that might change. Who knows? Obviously there's infidelity in every culture, but by and large, the Latinas here in Mexico will they'll hold your hand, they'll kiss you, they'll adore you. As long as you're the protector and the provider, you're theirs and she's yours. And if the date goes well and you decide to see each other and, it might get to the stage where she might introduce you to her family, that gets a little bit more serious, right? That's more a serious situation. It doesn't always happen, but it might. So just be prepared for that. Depends how serious you want to get. But just to say, dating here is a very different proposition than dating in North America, like New York and Canada and other places, in the U.S. It's very different. I actually like it, but it might not be for everybody because it really means you have to up the ante. You have to up your level, be more of a leader, more of a gentleman, be more forward. You got to be the one making the moves. And, dress okay. Don't dress like a slob. Appearances matter, especially first impressions. So that's important. And always be respectful, be a gentleman. It's easy. Open doors. They love it. I know in the West, if you open a door for a woman, she couldn't care less or gives you like a nasty look because they're all into the feminist stuff. But here, it's not like that. There's not like that kind of feministic, man-hating stuff going on that I see a lot of in North America, and that's kind of refreshing. I'll talk more about that later, but now I just got to go in and see this place, see if the room's okay. All right, catch up. Morning, guys. Saturday morning, Mexico City. Looks like a nice day. It's not raining. Just heading to get a coffee at my favorite spot. Last night, I met up with my friend. I really didn't record much, but it was a nice evening in Polanco. None the same. It's always good meeting new people, getting to know them, learning more about the city. And it was really interesting talking to them. I always thought Mexico City was really safe, but she was telling me that there's parts of the city where people do get kidnapped, and that kind of freaked me out. And apparently there's some other scams going on with the dating here in Mexico City, that apparently there's a scam where handsome men will go on Bumble or some other dating app, but mostly Bumble. That's sort of their preferred dating app. And engage with a woman, go on a date, a couple of dates, whatever it takes, and then eventually end up in bed, and they will secretly film them having sex, and then afterwards they would use that video to blackmail the woman, especially if she has a good job or if she's married, and blackmail the woman. Blackmail the woman into paying them. And the problem is, apparently, okay, so first, if you don't pay, they're going to release the video slowly to, your boss or something, but they won't tell your husband. And then it'll be like a warning. If you don't pay, then I'm going to release this to your family, etc. So they'll slowly start to extract money out of you. And then, once you think, okay, I'll pay him off, then you realize, okay, it's not the end of it. So, all of a sudden you got a big problem on your hands because this guy's got a video. He hasn't released it to your family. You've given him a bunch of money. And this just seems like it's just going to go on forever. And apparently there was a big news story on this of some woman. I don't know if she was prominent or not, but obviously kind of important, that she got scammed. And she got scammed, and she's still being scammed. And she's trying to take it to court. I mean, I guess now everybody knows about it. But that is apparently a common scam going on here with the dating scene on Bumble. That good-looking men engage women in sex to videotape them and then use that tape to blackmail them. So, just a cautionary tale. I don't think guys have to worry about it too much, but, sometimes guys do go on dating apps and they meet up with somebody online and they don't actually meet them, and then they start kind of sending each other, kind of explicit content. And if that explicit content could be used against them. So, it could be a fake profile. You could be engaging with a fake profile. And, let's face it, a lot of these are fake. Fake profile. And then they send you, explicit videos or something of themselves, but it's not really them. It's like some video they got. And you could usually tell. And then they ask for something in return. They say, okay, send me something. And they want to see something with your full body, with your face on it. And if they get that and they have your name, then, they basically got you. They can blackmail you. So you have to be very careful. It's not smart. It's terrible. The landscape now is full of traps. And, that's how it is. So you really need to be very careful these days with your online dating habits. So here I am. It's not busy right now. Oh, maybe it is a little busy. Okay. I see a couple tables, so I should be okay. Should be okay. Nice. Just gonna see if I can get a table. Table for one? Maybe over there? Yeah, thank you. Buenos dias. Gracias.
Do you have any allergies?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, at least they ask you if you have allergies here. It's kind of new. I guess somebody had an allergic reaction.
It's so funny because
So-
we only have 3 days
Today. So this morning my plan is I'm meeting up with my friend Sorora, and we're gonna have breakfast later on. It's gonna be more like lunch probably by the time it happens. And she lives here in Mexico. She owns a jewelry shop, and she runs a business where she renovates and rents out, does Airbnbs and stuff. So I'm going to learn more about her. That should be interesting. And the afternoon, I have nothing for the afternoon. I have nothing for the evening, but I'm probably going to sort of do a recap on myself and, you know, figure things out. I'll be here till Wednesday, so yeah, I'll be here till Wednesday, and then I fly back home. So we'll figure it out. All the other things I want to do, taking it like day by day, step by step. And it's been good so far because I've met some interesting people and I've done some interesting things that I wouldn't have done. So I'm trying to keep it loose, tight but loose. So anyways, let's catch up in a bit after I've had a bite to eat and take it to the next step. Thanks for tuning in. So I just finished my breakfast. One thing I really love about Mexico City and Mexico in general is their sense of art and their murals. They do make an effort to beautify their city in small ways.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of graffiti here, which I find, you know, appealing. I like graffiti, good graffiti, but you know, a lot of the graffiti you see in some places are just, you know, it's just, what's the word for it? Vandalism, maybe. Anyway, it's not really graffiti like this stuff here. You know, that's just, you know, vandalism. But the murals here are very nice. They're very beautiful and very appealing. And especially in places like Oaxaca City, they're very nice, very appealing. So something definitely very good. And some of the architecture here is really nice too. This building, you don't see it very clearly sometimes because there's a lot of trees here, and you don't always see things. They're kind of obscured, but there's a lot of pretty architecture underneath those trees. Just gotta figure out my Google situation here. Okay, let me see where I'm going. Here we go. Okay, start. Okay, turn left here. No, okay. Now where I'm going. Donla. That's the name of the street, Donla. Just got a message here. good. She finally replied. All right, taking a break. Just got an email from my ex-wife. It was kind of important because it had to do with the final court order regarding our separation. So I was a little bit like wanting to read it. Anyways, it's all okay. And I'm back at my hotel. And look at this pretty door. Such a pretty door. You actually don't find these things very often in Canada or North America, places that are a little newer. This is sort of old style, and it's I think it's beautiful that this exists. Something about Mexico that has this, and I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go back in, get my computer, go to a cafe. I want to do a summarization, budget planning. Hopefully everything's okay. Look at my bank account. See what I've been spending lately. Mexico's not cheap. Well, not Mexico City anyways. Especially if you like to have a good time. So, yeah. There's another little cafe I like going to. It's right across from my hotel. It's called The Garden, I think. No, Berlin. Cafe Berlin. They make a good coffee, actually. Okay. Enough ranting. I'll talk to you soon.
Sí, seguro lo viste, que lo hicieron como
Pero cuando llegue de
o sea, todo está
So I'm just here at the Madre Cafe in Roma Norte. I just had breakfast here. It's a pretty nice little place. It seems to be very popular with the locals here on Saturday mornings. The food looks really good. I mean, I don't think it's really that special, but the locals seem to really like it. And very popular, very full. So yeah, that's where I just came from, and I'm just heading back into Roma Norte, and just gonna check out a couple of galleries I saw listed there, a couple of contemporary galleries, have a look at those, and continue on my day. So far so good. There's been no rain. Temperature is nice. It's cool, but it's not cold. So it's okay for me to be wearing like this little light leather jacket. Actually like it when it's not too hot. Yeah, so that's life. Saturday morning in Roma Norte, Mexico City. One of my favorite places to be. So follow along and let's see where we get to next. I finally saw my first Tesla truck. There it is. Wow. It looks quite impressive in real life. I think I saw one in a showroom, but I've never seen one like live. And it looks crazy. Looks very sharp. I wouldn't want to get hit by one. Let's put it that way. It's a pretty sharp truck to get hit by. So far, you know, I'm getting a really nice vibe here in this area of the city in Roma Norte. It feels a little bit like New York City, like the Upper East Side or something. Something very Upper East Side about this place. Architecture reminds me of New York. You can see this classic architecture. And you don't see much of this in Toronto, actually. Toronto's like, you have to understand that Toronto, the way Toronto came about, the way it was born, the way it evolved, was not like Mexico City or New York City. Toronto was sort of like an outpost after the American Revolution kicked out all the British loyalists. So it was kind of a hodgepodge city, a port city. Gracias. A port city. It was a port city because you have it on the lake. And if you look at early photographs of Toronto, it's not very impressive. It's just, you know, a port with, you know, it's just pretty ugly. There wasn't much to that city. It wasn't built up from money. It was kind of built up from loyalists to the Queen who needed a place to live just north of the US border. And they had to defend it too, because there was the War of 1812, which was a war for that city, which I guess the British won. And you know, maintained the sovereignty of Toronto as being British. But Toronto's not like this. I mean, this was built from wealth, Spanish wealth, over time. So you have much more interesting architecture, old architecture, which is pretty cool. And therefore, I mean, you see this in New York City. Now that place there, see that place? And that's a nice apartment. I would love that third floor, or even the fourth floor, living up there. Surrounded by trees, you're right in the center of it all. That would be really nice. And I imagine eventually, if I come down here, that's kind of the place I'll have. Hopefully, we'll see. Keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully all goes well. I still have to get rid of a lot of my stuff to do the transition, but hey, that's okay. I got time. Anyways, I'm back here. Oh my God, look at this lineup again. All I wanted to get was a pastry. Oh my God. Look at this. Well, if you're gonna come here, you better get something worth getting, because the lineup is pretty huge. Oh my God, it looks good. But I don't think I'm gonna do the lineup. Not now. It's pretty crazy. So I would call this basically the epicenter of Roma Norte, because this is really where all the action is. And here you have the typical stands. Steak. Hola. Yes. And I'm sure they're pretty good, but to be honest, I'm really afraid of street food. I know how some people think street food's like the greatest thing, but to be honest, I'm kind of fearful of it because, last thing I want to do is get sick. And even though their chances are low, there's still a big chance. So I don't know. Okay, let's head to this gallery. I'm going to find it. We'll catch up. Well, I'm here, and I'm looking for this gallery, but I don't think I found it. Some other stuff here, some other shops. Might as well just have a look around. Like yoga studios, hair salons, beauty salon places. Interesting. No gallery yet. House of Dharma, I like that. Sadhana. This looks like a yoga meditation place. I want to learn how to meditate. I guess that's cool. Why not? Meditation yoga. That looks like a yoga place. That looks like the back of the restaurant. I think it's closed. I think they're doing another show. Yeah. I can see right now that it's closed. Yeah, this would be the entrance, so they closed it. Anyways. Beautiful, look at this thing. Oh my God. I think these are called Bird of Paradise. It's hard to get a good shot. Hard to get a good shot of these. Okay, let's beat it.
Orange?
Gracias.
Hasta luego.
Okay, we're out of here. This looks interesting. A little shrine on the street. Well, cool little places here on a Saturday. I have to say, there's a much more interesting street life here than you find in some other cities. But then again, you are in Mexico City, in the heart of like the, I guess, the more contemporary neighborhoods. So I imagine there is more going on here. And still this lineup just did not let up. Oh, it's so incredible. My God. Well, I'm just going to take the opportunity to reorganize myself and plan my next departure, because I was planning on getting something here to go, but I don't think I want to really wait this out. This looks like a big wait time. I don't really like these lineups, but that's just how it is. All right, and we'll see where we go next. Well, I'm back at the Plaza de Hierro here in central Polanco. I'm just gonna get gonna try and find some little pastry for me to have. But I thought I would just do a little snippet to give you a little idea of what it's like to shop here. So this is a high-end mall with all the brands. Like, look around, you can see all the high-end brands that you could buy. Prices are usually more expensive than North American prices because of all the import taxes that the government puts on. So you're going to find the prices a little bit more expensive here. For the rich Mexicans, it's not a problem because I think there's a segment of this society that doesn't really care. They have the money and they'll just spend it. Now, if you're traveling here from another country and you buy something here, you're going to pay, it's included already in the price. There's a 16% tax on everything. It's included. So when you see the price, it's already there. You can get an 8.9% refund on that. So if you bought something for 10,000 pesos, there's a place here actually in the mall where you can get your 8.9% refund. So that's good. You don't have to go to the airport to do it. They'll do it right here. And it helps. I just did a little comparison shopping. And compared to some things that I could buy in Toronto, for example, where I would be paying the 13%. Like in Toronto, 13% is added to whatever you buy. That's the GST, PST, what do they call it? HST, I guess. So that's added after your sale. Here it's already included, but if you take the same price, or not the same price, the same item that I looked at and do the math, you actually save money buying it here and getting the tax back. So that is something. If you're looking at buying something, you might want to do a little comparison shopping, and if there's a price differential, it might be worth it. So have a look at that, because you do get the 8.9% back. So whatever price you see, 8.9% comes back. Anyways, okay. I will continue this video in a minute. Well, I just left the mall and I'm walking in Polanco. I'm in sort of like this main avenue, which is like 2 lanes separated by this little park walkway. It's kind of nice. I'm just walking over to the cafe, one of the coffee houses here, and really nice neighborhood. Not my ideal for living because it lacks a bit of street life that I like, but if you look at those apartments up there, they're very nice. It's a very nice it's a very nice neighborhood. So yeah, very good people here. We do have you do notice there is a bit of a Orthodox Jewish community living in this area, which isn't surprising because it is sort of the exclusive area. It would make sense that this is where they would live. And yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a little rainy. It's not totally coming down, but it is a little rainy today, I noticed, so just have to endure it. And beautiful little walk here in Polanco, much more relaxed. It's a very different neighborhood than Roma Norte or Condesa. It's obviously a more upscale neighborhood. Quite a different demographic of people hanging out here. You don't see taco stands. You don't see a lot of the street life that you see in other neighborhoods in Mexico City. I think they do make an effort to keep this neighborhood relatively clean. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, let's just keep walking. Well, I found a cafe, Nido Cafe. Hola. ¿Puedes tener un latte para aquí?
¿Qué leche toma?
¿Faz diferencia con el precio? ¿El mismo precio?
No es diferente. Cambia si es almendra o avena, pero si es entera o deslactosada es igual.
So, leche normal.
Latte regular, ajá.
Sí. Y más pan de plátano.
¿Sin chispas o con
Ese con chocolate, ¿no?
Ajá, es de chocolate y sin chocolate.
Sí, con chocolate. ¿Pagar ahora?
Sí, por favor. ¿Va a ser para aquí?
Sí.
Sin chocolate, ¿verdad?
No, con chocolate.
Con chocolate.
Sí.
Perfecto. Serían 160, por favor. ¿Su nombre cuál es?
150.
160.
160. Ok.
¿Cuál es su nombre?
Joseph.
Joseph. ¿Dónde nos visitas, Joseph?
Okay, thank you. Gracias. So the coffee here is really good, and their pastries are pretty good as well. I just got the banana bread with chocolate chips. And,
Where are you coming from, Joseph?
New York City.
New York City? Oh, I like New York City.
You been there?
Yeah. You know the pizza, I miss for the pizza, but I am trying to remember how they name, the name of the pizzas, but I've been there in
Soho, NoHo, East Village, Lower East Side, Williamsburg, Brooklyn,
No. The name of the place. I like
Area?
not the area. The place.
Oh,
like
you're
here
saying-
it's Nido.
Oh, okay. I
I
don't
can
know.
remember.
So many places.
Yeah. There's a lot of places.
There's a lot.
I miss the names.
You remember, you let me know.
I will remember it sometime.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, it's a good. I like it. I was there like 5 years ago. I think that there are a lot of different things, but okay.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Before COVID.
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna take a seat and we'll
Yeah.
bring the
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just gonna get my treat here. Mid-afternoon treat. It's around 4:30. Yeah, 4:25 right now, actually. And I was here before a few years ago. I think it was probably 3 years ago now. 2022. 3 years ago. Not sure. I've been to Mexico City now so many times. But it's nice. I like it. It's very chill. And I'm enjoying the vibe here. So, yeah. I haven't decided what I'm going to do tonight. I was hoping to meet a friend, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to work out. I have one friend. They live by the airport. And it's a bit too far. I don't want to go by the airport. It's like a 30-minute drive. So I might... I had another idea of going to see a wrestling match. Lucha Libre. Just entertainment. I might do that. I don't know. I'll see if there's anything going on. There's also a dance club in Condesa called Funk, which is like... But that's really just later on, like after 11 or so. Might go there as well. We'll see. But I do want to do something. I don't want to just like do nothing. That'll be boring. Anyways, stick around and we'll take it to the next step. So I'm back in Roma, Norte, and it's Saturday night, and I'm off to the Pandaria to meet a friend, Erica, and hang out with her this evening. Should be fun. We'll see. And yeah, it's a pretty nice evening. Really enjoying my time here in Mexico City. I'm starting to feel more at home. Remember 3 years ago or so when I first came to Mexico City, I don't know, I don't think I really connected with it. Mostly because I was so much more interested in the smaller pueblos and the other, what's going on here? Siri's trying to understand what I'm saying. Very strange watch. Yeah, at that time I was more into the culture, the small towns, and definitely the Mayan ruins. And the city was just like, a city. But now I'm starting to see it as a place maybe where I could, I don't know, maybe I could live here a little bit. Maybe I could do something here. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy the people. I find the Mexicans are very friendly and they're warm and they're not like on survival mode like in Toronto and other places where I just feel that there's more desperation going on there. I find it, at least they have a life and enjoy it. So I'm thankful for that. Wow, there's still a line up here. I can't believe this place. Damn. 8:30. I'll see. Maybe I can get a table. Book a table. Oh, this is a table. I should be able to get a table. I'll see if I can get a table. Hello. Can I get a table for two?
Okay, in this moment we have a waiting list.
Okay.
It's
How long?
about 35 or 40 minutes.
Okay, I'll just wait. I'll wait. Yeah. I'll
Okay,
wait.
your name?
Joseph.
Joseph, thank you.
Yeah. So there is a wait list. I'll take it just in case. Might just meet here and go somewhere else. But, maybe I can hang out at the bar. These guys definitely need to expand their operation because it's just so popular. But maybe that's just part of the charm, is the fact that there's no supply and a lot of demand, and it keeps things kind of interesting. Keeps people wanting to come. So that's what it is. Anyways, yeah, I like it here. I like the lifestyle. I think everyone should visit Mexico City, definitely. I mean, I've been to a lot of cities in the world, some crazy cities, including Bombay and New Delhi, and some pretty crazy cities. I've never been to China, but I really have no desire to go to China. Never really. I've had chances to go to China, but no desire. Not a place I'm kind of curious about. But I find Mexico City is a place you definitely should visit because the people are so amazing. I got notifications here. Let's see what she's saying. It's going to be here at 9. Get a table. Yeah, so I really recommend everyone come. How much time? Just checking to make sure it's recording. I really recommend everyone visit Mexico City at least once. It'll change your opinion about Mexico. A lot of people have misconceptions about Mexico. They think it's like, cartels and murders and kidnappings. And, I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, but I think Mexico City has a lot to offer on many levels. And great place for food. If you're a foodie and you like restaurants, can't go wrong. If you like little shops and shopping, boutique shopping, it's all over. I mean, there's so many boutique shops here, you can't miss it. Bars, there's so many little bars, cocktail bars, all these different neighborhoods. A lot of a lot of trees. It feels like a really nice city to be in. And you got these other neighborhoods like Coyoacan, Senangal, that are really interesting little places to visit. I'm probably going to go to Senangal again sometime. I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. The first time I went, I don't think I covered the whole thing. I think I missed some of it. Some of the people commented that there was all these other places that I missed, so I definitely want to go back. Today's Saturday. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Sundays are pretty busy there, so it might be a good time to go. We'll see. I'm supposed to be getting together with Ashley tomorrow. Today she's busy with her, castings. And, she's got to work, obviously. It's part of her business. She can't just not work. so she is working today. But we're supposed to see each other tomorrow. We'll see if that actually happens. But I think I might want to take another trip down to St. Angle and explore it a bit more. So I might do that. And we'll see what happens with Erica. Maybe we'll do it together. Because maybe she's not working and she'll be into it as well. Anyways, yeah, that's my thing. That's my advice. Come to Mexico City. I definitely recommend you stay in one of these areas, like either Roma, Norte, this area, if you like more street life, or La Condesa, which is like where I stayed as well. It's near the park. It's not as lively as this place, but it's still a very nice neighborhood. More locals. One of those two neighborhoods are great. If you want more upscale, more like Polanco, you can stay in Polanco, but I don't know. It's a bit isolated, I think. Just not my thing, but that is an option. Reforma is another option, which is like it's just a little further away. But look at other YouTube videos of these neighborhoods and come down. I mean, spend a weekend, maybe 4 nights. Give it a chance. Do the sightseeing tours. Go to the pyramids. Check out some of the restaurants. What else is there to do here? Go to Coyoacan. Go to St. Angle. These other neighborhoods. Like, there's a lot here to do, and I think it's really worth it. Yeah, really, really worth it. And enjoy it. So I'm gonna sign off for now and see what happens later. Let's see if we can do some filming later. Okay? Thanks for sticking around.